Hello and welcome to Explain the Charts. Today, March 10th, 2025, we're dissecting Ethereum, ETHUSD, combining the latest news with in-depth chart analysis. Recent headlines show mixed signals, including potential boosts from Goldman Sachs and concerns about spot ETF outflows. We'll explore these stories and correlate them with what the charts are telling us. We will try to address the question, is Ethereum headed to 50K? First, let's discuss current events. News suggests that Goldman Sachs' new move could significantly boost Bitcoin and Ethereum. We've also seen that Ethereum ETFs have shed assets recently, indicating a potential bearish sentiment, and Ether isn't included in Trump's Bitcoin reserve, which could mean that a large government stockpile wouldn't weigh on the price. Also worth noting are forecasts from Changelly that Ethereum will be $3,900 on average by December 2025, and other expert predictions such as Finder, who predicts $6,100, and Digital Coin Price, who predicts $6,900 within a year. Keeping these factors in mind, let's dive into the charts. Looking at the daily chart, we see a recent consolidation after a significant correction. The recent wick down to the 1900 range in March 2025 was a key event. Currently, we're hovering around the 2000 to 2200 range on March 9, 2025, and just beginning an upwards move on March 10, 2025. The daily candles show the market's recent high volatility and the battle between buyers and sellers. Now, let's narrow down the scope on the 1-hour chart to get a better view of recent price action. Focusing on early March 2025, we observe a tug-of-war between bullish and bearish forces around the 2,200 level. There's a clear support forming in the 1900 to 2000 range, which has held strong during recent dips. Resistance appears to be around 2,250, as ETH has trouble breaking through it in the short term. Zooming into the 15-minute chart, we gain even more granularity. We can see the price fluctuating between the 2,100 and 2,200 range. Keep in mind the importance of the $2,100 support. Failing to hold this level could lead to further downside. Looking at the most recent price action, there's a potential for a short-term bounce if buying pressure increases. Analyzing these charts in conjunction with the news, we see conflicting signals. While the potential for increased institutional investment and technological upgrades remains, ETF outflows and the recent price action suggest caution. Key price levels to watch include the 2,100 support, 2,250 resistance, and a longer-term high of 3,800. If ETH breaks decisively above 2,250 and maintains momentum, we could see a run toward 2,500 and higher. However, a break below 2,100 could lead to a test of the 1,900 support zone. In summary, Ethereum is at a pivotal point. Based on the news, I'd estimate there's a 30% chance of going to $2,500, depending on positive ETF inflows. I'd estimate there's a 40% chance of bouncing around in the 2,100 to 2,200 range if there are no major events. There's a 30% chance of going down to the 1,900 support if the $2,100 support fails, as there have been some news related to ETF outflows. Keep an eye on volume and momentum indicators on the smaller timeframes, like the 15-minute and 1-hour charts, and how they respond to future news events. This is Explain the Charts, and I hope this analysis helps you trade ETHUSD.